Okay, so here we are with my collage partially done. So I'm going to add a couple more photos. So place embedded. Here are my photos. I can also switch my view. So if it is easier for me to go through this way, as in columns, I can do that. I can also switch it to seeing the small thumbnails, and that might be more helpful if I'm trying to find a specific photo. So I'm trying to find a photo that has Jaden's legs over here. So that's the photo that I need. So I am going to hit that link, type in the number that I'm making all of my images. Number, again, might be different for you. And then you can use the arrow keys on the keyboard to make slight maneuvers too. Okay, so things are going to start to get real wonky, which is fine. It's part of the charm of these. Like the table isn't going to line up with itself because that's how perspective works, that it gets like wackadoo. I got to find Jaden over by the tree. And the table. Remember that things that are closer to you appear to be bigger. Things that are further away from you appear to be smaller. So this line right here is something I'm trying to line up. But then the perspective of the table is totally wacky. So you can decide if you want to leave it like that, or if you hit Command T, you could go in and you can rotate it. Like if you want to start rotating things, you can. Okay, so you'll notice also that I have a gap in the composition. So right here, there's a space. And I don't have a photo that fits in that space, but that's okay. I'm going to just change my background color to be something other than bright white. So I'm going to go to my bottommost layer, which is my bright white backgrounds. I'm going to get my paint bucket, and then I'm going to choose a color from my picture by clicking inside the space here. So I'm going to choose a gray of the ground, and then paint bucket to fill it. And if I change my mind, I can go in and I can keep changing it to something else that I like. Okay, I think I like that because it just makes it so that it's not so stark. Okay, so now if I want to, I can either center my images or I can crop my canvas. So if I want to center them, I can click on the bottom image, hold down the Shift key, and select all of them. And then I'm using the Move tool, and I'm going to move them into the middle. All right, so let's make sure I'm saving this. Remember, I'm saving it to a folder with my name on it. I'm calling it Joiner Collage. Mine's Example. I'm replacing the one that I already have there. Okay, so now I'm ready to turn this in, and I'm going to save a copy as a JPEG. So it's going to say copy, and it's going to say JPEG right here. I'm going to hit save. I'm going to hit OK. Now I'm going to have two versions of this file. So I have my JPEG version and my Photoshop version.